What's up, guys? What's going on? Impromptu live. We'll see if anybody joins or not because I've given no heads up to this, no nothing. I was trying to think of a video to do. I got like writer's block. I got nothing. So we're going to use the Cody Rhodes line and see what you guys want to talk about instead of sitting here watching me talk to a guest. I'm going to kind of leave it as an open forum. What do you guys want to talk about? There's some stuff coming down the pipe that we can kind of go over. I did this without getting water. That was a terrible idea. I think I've got a little water in my water bottle. That was a bad idea. But if anybody joins, let me know what you guys want to talk about. Like I said, there's some stuff going on. I'm actually using my phone. I don't want to break out the computer and have the headset and all that crap. So that's kind of what we're doing. I don't know if anybody's going to join. If you do, fine. If not, damn, this camera will not focus. Focus camera. There we go. Anyway, there's been a lot going on. We got movies coming out. We got figures being overpriced as usual. We got people ranting about Super 7. We got what do you want to talk about? What's up, Dano? How you going? How you doing, buddy? All kinds of stuff going on. And yeah, so I mean, me and Dan can talk. What's up, Dan? You're doing a great job in all your stuff, man. Dan, my brother, you guys know, him with Henry Monster Creations Designs, whatever he calls it, I forget. But he's actually getting ready for a big trade show called Trans World, where he goes to St. Louis, Missouri, and he has all this product, all these masks, all the props that you guys have seen on the live, and he just sells the crap out of it. So he's in full mask making mode right now, and I know, thank you, Henry Monster Design. Sorry. Why do I always think it's Creations? But he goes full bore. That's his focus right now. He's coming up with some amazing stuff. The pumpkin spice that he did is insane. Go check that out. I'll throw a link in here somewhere when we're done, but go check out Dan's stuff. He just does amazing work, and I tell him all the time that I'm blown away by it. And old shop games, yeah, exactly. But I'm blown away by it. It's amazing what he does, amazing what he can do. So I know he's in full Trans World mode, and I know he's going to do a great job with that. Sell a lot of stuff, hopefully. So good luck to you, man. I know you'll do a great job. I know you'll kill it as always. So as I mentioned before, this is really just kind of an open thing. Probably not the best time of day to do it, but I was trying to think of a video to do. I just don't have anything right now. Toy hunting. I don't have enough time to go out right now. There is a collection video coming up either Thursday or Saturday. Don't know which one yet. It'll be one of the two. I think I want to put it on Saturday. I think it'll get more traffic if I put it up on Saturday. I'm not going to actually put hunts up on Tuesday anymore. It didn't do as good as I thought it would. I'm competing with Carlos. I'm competing with John. Competing with Greg Cook, competing with all these guys who smoke me every time. So I don't think I'm going to be putting up any hunts on Tuesday anymore. I think we'll leave that to Saturday. Saturday does better for me, so I think I'll probably stick with that. But in terms of what's going on, McFarlane, boy, they're pulling a Hasbro. They introduced this Build-A-Figure wave. He's charging $40 a piece for Build-A-Figures, which is freaking nuts, man. I don't understand why he is taking the Hasbro business model and going crazy with that. $40 for a Build-A-Figure, a figure with a Build-A-Figure piece is freaking crazy. I don't know what he's doing there. So that's kind of weird, kind of concerning. I would think he would know better than that, but Todd's gone kind of way of the dodo lately, so that's a little concerning. Obviously, I'm not on my computer. I don't have anything to show you with that or anything like that. So there's nobody watching this, so I'm probably just talking to myself. Also with that, I know that they introduced the Mando. The next season of Mando is actually going to be a movie. That I actually do like. I think that's going to be cool. I think that's going to be something that will help the whole movie going experience, since there's like no good movies now. What's up, Rex? Good to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, man? I like your Tuscan. I like your Tuscan Chieftain. Looks good, man. As always. You got no. You're definitely a someone, buddy. You're definitely a someone. I just haven't seen you in a while, buddy. So it's good to have you here. I can't remember if you were on Yakin with Yukon the other day or not. There was a lot of people on Yakin with Yukon, so I'm sorry if you got lost in the mix, man. But Rex, you're always doing good stuff. I got two of the most talented people I know on here, Dan and Rex. You guys are, man, one day if you guys could meet and what's up, man? Collected, man collects. Jeez. Disappointed in Ross. That's like the word of the day, man. I don't even know if I want to go to Ross anymore. Um, yeah, like the last time I went to Ross, there was like maybe six figures total, almost nothing. So it was just horrible. And I know people still want to see the Ross stuff. I still go there to film. I know the Man Collects does. I know that Collecting Havoc does. I know T3 does. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's dry. It's going to be dry for a little while, I think. So we'll still hit it. I know I'll still get it earlier, or I'll still get it, in the next coming hunts. But when it starts looking like Ollie's, because I went to Ollie's the other day, when it starts looking like that, I'm going to take it out of the cycle. Found Mo2 earlier, but this one's a bust. Oh yeah, you found those three deluxe Mo2s, right? The what was that? The armor He-Man. What is probably the battle armor He-Man and the Hordak. I've seen those too. I know John found the what did he find? One of the Snake Men, which is cool. I haven't seen any of those, but yeah, all Henrys. Exactly. All Henrys, you're right, man. All Henrys. But yeah, guys, honestly, the Ross thing's kind of dying. So if you guys still want to see it in the hunts, we'll do it. But honestly, it's kind of kicking a dead horse right now. I've also been posting a lot lately. I've really been trying to get in the community posts where I really want to get a better gauge on what you guys want to see, what you're looking at, what kind of videos you like the most. You all like the same videos. You like the toy hunts at Ross and Ollie's and Target and Walmart. That was an overwhelming winner on the last poll that I did. I think it was like 73%. The others got like maybe 10. So I'm actually shocked by that. I'm actually shocked you guys want to see the same crap over and over and over. But hey, you know what? Who am I to judge? I know I get tired of seeing the same stuff, and I don't hunt nearly as much as Man Collects and some of these other guys do. But you know what? You thought it was amazing. I thought it was amazing too. There's two reasons it was amazing. Because Yukon Phil was on it and the Man Collects was on it. That's why the last few. And I told you on Sunday that you had the highest number of views. Well, guess what? You even beat yourself. You got even more. You even got more views than the first time you were on. So there you go, buddy. Good job. You should go to vacation, do a toy hunt on vacation. Dude, honestly, if there was one place I could go other than Texas, which I've been to a couple times, it would be Ohio. Not only to meet up with you, to meet up with Ed, and I know you guys have a ton of great hunting places. The toy department, that one is a must. I would probably try to go when the Great American Toy Show is going as well. You and Ed, you guys are super lucky that you got all those cool places to go. I know Rex isn't a huge guy on toys, but you guys have a lot of good stuff there. Big show in March. Yeah. I'm actually going to be in Kentucky, maybe in March. I don't know how close where I'm going to be is going to be aligning with you guys. So I don't know. We'll I'll message you, man. We'll talk about it, but I'm guessing it's probably a good drive for you or for me. So we'll see. This year, there's a toy show at the end of January for me. 7 buildings. That's a Great American Toy Show. Yeah, that's got to be it. There's a toy show, Southwest Oklahoma Toy Show. That's the one I went to last year. That video actually did good last year. Good by the beginning of last year's standards, not really good by now standards. But I'll definitely be getting that in a couple weeks. And, I mentioned it on the last hunt that I was going to try to do some of these toy shops. There's like 4 in my area that we can hit again that we haven't hit in a long time. That's Cosmic, Amazing Action, Toy Base 10. I've been at Toy Base 10 in probably 6 months, and then High Five. So we'll probably hit up all 4 of those and then get to the toy show, and then we'll get back to retail and kind of go from there. So going back to the news, like I said, the Mando movie coming out. Excited for that. Hopefully it's way better than what we saw for Mando season. What the hell was it? 3 or 4, whatever it was. Hopefully it's a lot better than that. That season sucked. So I'm hoping if they're going to do a movie, hoping it's going to be a whole lot better No, dude, I ain't moving to Ohio. No freaking way. No, dude. No, 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 no. I mean, you guys do have a lot of good stuff, but that ain't a no reason to move to Ohio, man. No, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay put in Oklahoma. I'm good with Oklahoma. I can't do another multi-state move. That was brutal. It was brutal to move from Colorado to here for a lot of reasons. But moving all that stuff, I had the worst movers of all time. Broke a lot of my crap. I made it a point to tell them about my collection, so they were actually careful with that. But they deemed the hell out of my grill, and no, dude, I am not moving to another state again unless it's just like an absolute must. So no, thank you though. Appreciate the invite, buddy, but no, it's not happening. So back to the Mando movie. I really think it needs to be good. It better be damn good. Don't get in one of these freaking liberal ass directors. Obviously, it's gonna be Jon Favreau, so we don't have to worry about that. The Rey movie, it's gonna be terrible. Yeah, I don't blame you. I know you're done moving for good. You should. You're in a good spot. Stay there. But that Rey movie, I mean, I wasn't big on it to start with, and you put that kind of director in there. No, no, absolutely not. No, I won't even give it a chance. Sorry, not gonna even give that one a chance. I think that's just a ticking time bomb waiting to go off, and Disney just doesn't learn their lessons. So when their stocks plummet again for third or fourth straight year, they'll wonder why. People will tell them, and then they'll go do something else. So that's kind of the way it goes. I don't think I have any figures to show you guys. Like I said, I was just kind of bored and figured I'd try to go live. I've mentioned before, this is really hard to do when there's no one to talk to. I don't know how Kenobi does it. Kenobi, hey, welcome back to General Kenobi's bunker. That dude was like, he said he was sick a lot last night's stream. So welcome back, buddy. Good to have you back. But this talking to the nobody is tough. Let me run down some stuff for Yakin with the Yukon while I'm got you here with me. Yakin with the Yukon, we've got, I'll just go ahead and announce the big one after I get a couple more. But Collecting Havoc this week. Sire Speed Reviews, I think that's what he calls the channel. Sire Speed Reviews next week. And then I've got a couple more that I'm waiting to hear back messages, kind of pending. But the big one, the real big one, not that you guys aren't all big ones, because you are, but the really big one is I've got the Rogue 5 Cantina, all 5 of them on January 28th. So that'll be interesting. We're going to test my interview skills with 5 people at once. So we'll see how that goes. But Joe confirmed it the other day. I was talking to Joe, and they're all down. So that'll be an early time. That'll be 6 p.m. Central Time. Sorry, I just got another confirmation for Yakin with Yukon. So I was distracted by my phone. But yeah, that'll be at 6 p.m. Central Time for the Rogue 5 Cantina on January 28th. So make sure you guys are showing up an hour early for Yakin with Yukon. Then I think that's going to be an awesome show. Thank you to all 5 of those all 5 of them, 4 guys, 1 gal, for coming on. Really appreciate you guys doing that, and that means a lot. It means a lot. You guys got a great show. Anything Spice Runners is always a good show. So really happy to have that as well. Disney can fly a kite. Have to make everything political, full of nonsense, just as trash makes. I totally agree, man. I don't know why we can't just have movies. We have to, it's like a lot of people have said on YouTube. We care about good storytelling. We care about, the characters you bring in. Is it a good story? If it's not, friggin' stop making it. Jeddah, go watch Jeddah Patrol's reaction to that director. That's basically how I feel. It's stupid. It's like, why do you got to keep pushing this shit? We're not interested in that. We're interested in good movies. We're interested in good stories. We're not interested in your political agenda. We're not interested in, if you hate men, we're not interested in any of that crap. So leave it out. You leave it out, people will come back. People will go back to the movies. If you make something good, people will go back to the movies. I talked about this with who was it with? I think it was with Dre or somebody. Can't remember. It was with somebody, but we were saying, it was with Archer. We were saying it's not that the talent pool's dried up. It's that these freaking studios all got a damn agenda, and they don't want these stories coming in that are good because they're not getting that for sure bet that it's going to make money. It's not a Marvel sequel. It's not a Star Wars sequel. It's not this. It's not that. There's all these original ideas out there that are floating around that nobody wants to take a shot at because they don't think it's going to make the money they want it to. At least that's my opinion. Me and Archer kind of agreed on that. So, that's the problem now. And if you're going to do Star Wars, I'd rather see them not do Star Wars than do that kind of Star Wars. If you need to stop it and you need to pull the plug and not do it, well, leave us with what you got and quit throwing this other garbage at us. That'd be my preference. So I don't know. That's my 2 cents. You guys know I'm going to give you my opinion straight up. Not going to sugarcoat it. It's the way it's going to be. Not going to do rants. There's a lot of rant videos going on. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into the rants and start going crazy and doing that sort of thing. I don't like that all the time. I think if it's got to do it once in a while, that's fine. Just, there's some, man, it's like rant every day, and it makes it hard to watch their channel. I won't name names, but there are some YouTubers out there where it's just rant, 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 rant. And it's like, man, I can't do this. I can't just sit here and listen to rants, even if they're right. Even if they're right on what they're saying, I just can't do that. I can't sit there for half an hour every day and listen to your rant. It's just too much. So really trying to give you guys again, back to the polls. The reason I'm trying to do these polls and get questions out to you guys, do these polls, I want to know what you want to see that I maybe am or am not doing. Because, this channel's grown considerably in the last 4 months. I think we've gotten nearly 500 more subs. The views are much, much, much better. We had a couple of hunts that were 4 to 5 to 6 to 7,000 views, which is crazy to me. But I really want to know what the audience wants, and I will try to do it in my way as best I can. Randy does nothing, and that's coming from the ex-king of ranting. You are the king of ranting, Dano. I mean, if I have any ranting ability, my brother will outweigh me by about 100 times. So there you go. But ranting, like I said, I think there's a time and a place for it. My phone doesn't really want to focus. Sorry, guys. Not used to doing it this way. But ranting, to me, there's a time and a place for it, and just don't do it like every day. Just Super 7 brings out something. Shit, we got like 30 rant videos. Hasbro does something. We got 30 rant videos. We got a new director. I admit I ranted about the director a little bit because it's kind of the same old thing. I rant about Hasbro a little bit, but I don't make a video just solely dedicated to. God has calmed you down a lot. Good, man. I'm not even putting these comments on here either. This is all new to me, man. Yeah, ranting does nothing. Exactly. We always. I mean, that's true. You're not wrong. Rant, 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 rant. Ranting, it doesn't really do a lot. It's just your opinion. You can give your opinion in a way where it's like, okay, cool. I kind of get where that person's at. I do that a lot. I try. So there you go. What else is going on? Geez, I don't even know. You guys got anything you want to talk about? Again, this was most supposed to be, what do you guys want to talk about? Cody doesn't get up there in the middle of the ring and say, well, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. I mean, he does, but usually, Rolando, what's up, dude? Good to see you, buddy. Always a good time. Always happy. One day, and I'm going to be the one. I'm going to get Rolando on Yakin with Yukon. I know everybody wants to get Rolando on, but I'm going to get him. That's my goal. So Rolando, I know you're driving. I know you're listening. You need to hit me up on Instagram, and let's get you scheduled on Yakin with Yukon, buddy, and get the MVP of YouTube on there. Again, no more supportive guy in the world than Rolando. So appreciate it, man. No, that's not going to happen. No, that's not. I mean, the big draw is Rock versus Roman. And that, how WWE works, Dan. They're going to go with the big draw. Having The Rock come back, it might have been too late for that. They should have done that last year and then had the Cody match this year, had Cody win and go from there. I honestly don't think it matters who the hell he goes against. Roman's winning to break that Hulk Hogan record. I really don't think anything's gonna happen with that. Yeah, buddy, you go back to work. Yeah, man. Again, Rex, let's get you back on Yakin with Yukon if you're game too. So message me, man. But thanks for showing up, buddy. Appreciate it. Back to this though. Yeah, I know he's awful. I know. He was winded. He was like, I want to be the head of the table. He was so winded. So I'm not sure if he can even hang with Roman for a good 20 minutes. Usually the Roman matches are really slow and, kind of boring. So he'll probably be fine. But, they're not going to miss that opportunity to have Rock versus Roman. I don't think they're going to do that. Cody, I don't know where to put Cody in. I mean, a lot of people say, let Orton win the Fatal 4-Way and then have Cody versus Randy. Well, that's fine, but how is that the main event over Rock and Roman or over Seth and Punk? It's not. You can't have 3 main events. There's only 2 nights. So it's probably not the best idea. The Cody thing, they blew it. They had a chance to do it. They should have done it when they had the chance, which was last year, and they didn't do it. So, Cody might have left A&W. I almost said A&W. AEW for nothing. They'll get the title on him eventually, but was it going to be 2025, 2026? Don't know how long it's going to be. So, I don't think they're going to do it. I really don't. Rant coming in. You just said you don't rant. Now you're going to start ranting. Oh, yeah. CM Punk is CM Jack. What's up, Brett? Good to have you on, buddy. I'm really excited to have you and the crew on January 28th, buddy. So I'm really, really excited to have you guys on. I'm going to have to actually prepare for that show because I've never had 5 people on at once. So I'm actually going to have to prepare. I usually just, if you guys don't know, secret, I don't prepare for Yakin with Yukon very well at all. I just kind of go with the conversation and let it be a little more organic as opposed to having, questions that are, kind of rehearsed and that sort of thing. But man, I'm really excited to have you guys on. So thank you again for you guys coming on. It'll be awesome, man. Damn it. I agree with Brett. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Punk fan either. I used to be a Punk fan when he first came out, had the longer hair. I thought he was cool then. Liked the straight edge kind of gimmick. That was kind of cool. But now he is just cringe. He's an asshole. Everybody knows he's an asshole, and you can chant for him and everything else all you want, but the guy's a jerk off. Punk is junk as a person, but WWE. I agree. So in Punk's defense, he is great on the mic. He's an okay wrestler. He's a huge draw. So I totally get why he's there. It makes sense. It makes business sense. Personal feelings aside, it's a good move. And that and the Seth match will be phenomenal. Just pretend you're the guest on a cinema work. I might have to. That might work, man. That might work. But yeah, definitely looking forward to it, man. What's up, Figure Fever? Good to have you here, man. Hey, also appreciate the membership. I just got your message. I haven't read it yet because I'm live, but really hoping you can come on Yakin with Yukon, buddy. Good to have you guys. If you haven't checked out Figure Fever, go check him out. Give him a sub. Give him some likes. I think he had a video drop at 4:30 my time, so it dropped like half an hour. So go check out his content. He's doing a great job. Let's get him to 100 subs. We'll definitely pump him up more once he's on Yakin with Yukon if that's what he wants to do. So definitely go check out Figure Fever. He's doing a great job, man. So go get him some love, guys. I'm telling you to do it. So do it. It's promo with McIntyre on Monday. Cracked me up. He was very, yeah, but you know what? I think McIntyre actually won that. McIntyre was the surprise of that. I know how Punk's going to go, but McIntyre, not the greatest talker in WWE, really did a good job. I thought he was actually phenomenal with his promo. I thought McIntyre was the MVP of that. He kind of beat him up a little bit. I really liked McIntyre's promo. McIntyre, I think he's destined to meet Sami Zayn in Mania. The only thing about Punk to me is he was such a little dude beating the biggest guys. He was a cruiserweight European champ at best back when they did this titles. Yep, he wasn't a top guy. No, I agree. But they got a lot of guys like that. Seth is kind of the same way. Seth isn't the biggest guy, but he's got the huge wrestling background. He's like about Punk size, 220, 225, not the biggest guy. But Seth is so over. And you got to give Seth. And if it wasn't for Roman Reigns, Seth would be the biggest star in the whole company. He's got the most talent. He's a workhorse, gotten way better on the mic. His gimmick's good. He's got the song. I mean, honestly, I think Seth Rollins is my favorite guy in WWE right now. Yeah, man, absolutely. Guys, like I said, make sure you're checking out Figure Fever. Seth has gotten bigger. So if you look at Seth from a couple of years ago, he's put on weight. I think he's 225 now. He used to be run around like 210, 215, somewhere in there. So I think he's really put in the work and stuff. And the guy's he's a beast. He just goes and goes and goes and goes. And I really think he's the MVP of WWE, if you ask me. He does the most. He's got great promos. I'm actually okay with the Jinder Mahal match. I think Jinder gets a bad rap. I think Jinder needs to get a little push. I hope that's not the Rumble match because that would be kind of stupid. But given Jinder, I don't think it should be for the World Heavyweight Championship, but giving Jinder a match with Seth is good for Jinder. Jinder held his own as much as he could against The Rock. Not a lot of people can hold themselves against The Rock, but Jinder did all right. I mean, he set it up pretty good. Agreed. McIntyre did great. I think that's partially the Punk factor. People have to step up their you do. It's the way that people used to have to step up with Cena. There was a time when Roman was in a promo with Cena. He was so unprepared, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. So you're absolutely right. You got to know who you're going against. If you're going against Cena, if you're going against, who did I just say? Punk. You're going against any of those guys. You got to get it. I mean, even Knight. You really better be ready. Knight, Miz. If you're going against any of those guys, you better have your shit together, and you better be ready for a battle on the mic. And I think you're right. I think McIntyre did that. I don't see why they're doing it, but Rock will put Reigns over, or it will be broken up by someone else. I think it's just things to further Reigns, which it's just cringe now. It's just so like gagging me with the Reigns thing. Once Jey Uso left, they should have just stopped with this. But for some reason, they want to make him the best ever. I mean, he's no Rock. He's no Austin. He's no Triple H. He's definitely no Hogan. He's no Andre. He's no so many people. And it's forced. See, like with Seth, it's not forced. Seth, it's organic, and he has busted his ass to get in the spot that he's in. Can't say the same for Reigns. Reigns is basically the poster boy, which sucks. Jinder's underrated. His promo the last 2 weeks. I agree. Jinder is underrated. This is making me want to watch wrestling again. I mean, if you're going to, honestly, man, if I was to tell you a year ago, I would say start out with AEW and then go to WWE. Now, I would say start out WWE. Just watch, and don't even watch the whole thing. You know what I usually do? Because I got kids and stuff, and I usually have to give them to bed when Raw's on. Watch some clips on YouTube of Raw the next day. Watch Tuesday. Watch the highlights. Watch the snippets of matches. Watch the good promos. That'll kind of give you the gist of what it is without watching it for 3 friggin' hours. Same with SmackDown. Saturday, Sunday, watch the highlights of SmackDown. That'll get you into it right there. And then if you're like, okay, I want to do this, go for it. The live events are always really good too. Rumble's my favorite. I think the Rumble's always the best because you never know who's going to show up. You never know who's going to be there. And honestly, they're pushing Punk to win. I don't know if he's actually gonna win. We'll see. He probably is. They screwed up 2 years in a row if he is, because it was so obvious Cody was going to win last year. If Punk's already saying it now in a month ago in December before Christmas, and he wins, that's bad storytelling. So hopefully there's a swerve in there somewhere. The WWE now kind of has the problem where they got too many guys. They got Drew, they got Sammy, they got Jay, they got Cody, and all these guys are on Raw. They got Knight, they got Reigns. I mean, they got so many guys now. WWE, to me, you guys might not agree with this, it's best it's been since Attitude Era. Yukon Phil, pro wrestling analyst. No, I'm not going to go into that realm. I'm not going to get the trolls to come out of the woodworks and knock me down for every single thing I say about wrestling, because no. We'll let Jim Cornette and all those dopes do that. I'm not doing that. Whenever I do analysis, I don't know if you guys get this. I do late. Whenever I give analysis, it seems to always fire back at me. It's like I give analysis on Hasbro, and I get this bullshit. Well, it's a licensing. No, I don't give a shit if they got licensing fees or not. It shouldn't be $25 for a figure with one accessory. I don't care what it is. It should, So you know what? The arguments, I get tired of actually having those arguments. No, I'm not doing that. Smart move, wrestling fans. Many of them are absolutely. Yeah. Star Wars fans, man. Tell me about it. Let me go down. Let's see. Eric Bischoff said controversy creates cash. Absolutely. It totally does. The more controversy you have, why do you think CM Punk's there? That dude's controversy central, of course. Yes, that's absolutely. Are we kidding? You talk to exactly. You beat me to it. Star Wars fans are some of the most. I love Star Wars, and that doesn't mean I love Star Wars fans. And me and Brett are kind of on the same wavelength. Me and Kenobi are on the same wavelength. Me and Tony, most of the Star Wars guys that are on YouTube that I know and I'm friends with, we're on the same wavelength. We don't want to see the stuff that's happening now. We want to see the good stuff. We want stuff like Mando season 1, Mando season 2. We want stuff like the OT. I mean, even if you talk to Tony, Star Wars Sith prequels aren't as bad as we thought when you see the crap that's going on now with Disney. So I wonder what would happen if my direction this year is all original trilogy lore, not even collecting. I'm on a mission. Nice, man. No, I like that. I like that you're on the original trilogy kick. And I think that's really cool. I actually kind of want to go back. We want a Freelando. Dude, you are pushing that hashtag. I'm actually going to go back and reanalyze the prequels and see, if they are as bad as I remember. I know Phantom Menace is as bad as I remember because I went and saw that in 2012 when it was 3D, and God, I almost fell asleep, except for the end with Maul and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. But the OT, man, you can't beat the OT no matter what they do. You can't beat the OT. I'm totally down with that. I agree with that. Clone Wars is close. Rogue One. Rogue One is Disney's best achievement. And that's kind of it from there. Obi-Wan was okay. Ahsoka was pretty good, not bad, but there's not been anything really mind-blowing. It's sad that we see Hayden Christensen, who was the most hated man in the 2000s. We see him now, and it's like, oh my God, everybody's losing their minds and stuff. But now, because back then, everybody hated his ass. They're like, Hayden Christensen sucks, can't act. Why didn't we get Leo DiCaprio? Blah, blah, blah. But now we see him, and oh my God, it's the greatest thing. No offense to Hayden. I actually liked Hayden in all the movies. I thought he was good in Revenge. He was kind of okay in Attack of the Clones. He was definitely not the worst part of Attack of the Clones. He didn't write the damn thing. He acted with what they had. Hayden was never really the problem. The problem was the writing. The problem was, the directing. But it's sad that that's kind of driving everybody crazy now. I got into it with a Kathleen Kennedy hater because I guarantee anyone else in charge becomes the exact same as is now. Never get them back. Sorry, Disney haters. You have a good point there. It's above Kathleen Kennedy. It's Disney's. It's Bob Iger. It's everyone. But I would be interested to see what would happen if, say, Dave Filoni was in that position. Say Kathleen Kennedy got kicked out. Say they fired her. Say they fired her and all the people that work for her. And we put Dave Filoni in that position. Brett, what do you think would happen? Do you think it'd be better? Do you think it'd be worse? I think it would be a little better, but it's still Disney. And the biggest problem right now is Kathleen Kennedy is a problem, but Disney's the biggest problem. It starts from the top and you guys have heard the term shit rolls downhill. Well, that's the way it is at Disney too. I mean, that's my opinion. Best move in my opinion is going back to the theaters. I agree. Yeah, you've got to have something that gets people excited to go to theaters again. Having a Rey movie doesn't get people excited. That's stupid. That's an agenda. That's not creating the buzz that, say, Rogue One did, that, say, the prequels did. You saw what happened with Rise of Skywalker. You saw what happened to The Last Jedi. There was a buzz, but once people saw it, they're like, screw this. We don't want to see this. So I absolutely agree. Be cool to see a Vader series. I am with you on that, man. Rennie Ruptured, what's up, buddy? Definitely would like to see that, but again, it's got to be done right. It's got to have the right people. It's got to have John Favreau and Dave Filoni. I will give credit to one person too, although I'm not a fan of her father. Bryce Dallas Howard did a good job on those Mando episodes that she directed. So, I mean, give her a chance. Why didn't she get the right thing? She did a good job on the Mando episodes she directed. Why didn't she? If you want a woman, that's fine. Get us the best person. If you want a woman, why didn't you get Bryce Dallas Howard? She's a good director. Why did you go get somebody from Pakistan? I mean, that doesn't make any damn sense. Figure fever. I feel it's a whole now. LOL. I saw Star Wars back in 1977. Rogue One was very nostalgic for me. Nice. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Rogue One had a good place with the original trilogy. I think it was done well, but it's sad that we can't recreate that. And again, this whole female thing, this is kind of what Jedi Patrol said. I don't know why we're crying about the female thing. Jyn Erso, Ahsoka, Rey, Hera, Sabine, Princess Leia, Padme Amidala. Shall I keep going? Why do we have to keep pushing this? There's plenty of awesome female characters. Ilis Kira. I'm just looking at my shelf and naming off Mara Jade. Why do we need to push this? There's so many great female characters to go off of. It doesn't need to be pushed. Not at all. There's no reason for it. Figure fever, me too. Yep. It's not Kathleen Kennedy too much, too often, and it's too much trying to deliver new characters in their own way rather than Star Wars way. Mandalorian was great, man. Yep, I agree with you, man. Yep, Leia, exactly. I mean, come on. This is not something that we need to be pushing again. Just make good Star Wars movies. That simple. Come up with new characters. You want to sell some tickets? Knights of the Old Republic. How many people have been saying that? This is your favorite. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the super chat. Hey, just so you know, y'all can take Figure Fever's little push here. I do take super chats. So just so you know, we're in that spot. I am monetized, so you can do that. But I appreciate it, man. I like the domino effect, which started with KK. I agree, buddy. I think that is the thing, and it's hard to get excited about Star Wars now. It's actually hard to get excited about anything. I probably get the most excited about wrestling right now. That and doing stuff for YouTube. Wrestling, actually, I haven't missed Raw in a long time. SmackDown's a little tougher being on Friday night. I was playing softball on Friday night, so I did miss a lot of that. But I try to get SmackDown, but again, it's only 2 hours. My kids are in bed by like 8:15, and I got like 45 minutes to watch it. So I'll watch the YouTube clips from that. But honestly, wrestling's actually got me really interested right now. And then watching you guys. Like I said, I was watching Figure Fever's Hunts today. I was watching the replay of Road 5 Cantina with Brett and all that crew. I mean, you guys are really my entertainment now. I don't like a lot of stuff on TV. I didn't watch all of Ahsoka. I did watch all of Kenobi. Half of it was good. I'm just not into that stuff anymore. I really like watching my friends and the people I know on YouTube the most, and then wrestling. And, I'll watch baseball a lot when it comes back. I have watched a little bit of football, but football's kind of like Star Wars now and kind of like Disney now. It's got this stupid agenda with Taylor Swift and all this bullshit, and why can't we just play the frickin' game, And I'm happy as long as the Chiefs lose. As long as the Chiefs lose, I really don't care who wins. But we don't want the Chiefs to win. ROH that comes on Thursday night. Yep, pretty good show. I've never been an Ring of Honor guy. Never really watched it. Never gotten into it. I couldn't even tell you one guy that's in it. I can tell you a lot of people that used to be in it. Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins. But I really don't watch Ring of Honor much at all, man. I don't even watch AEW that much. AEW's lost a lot of guys. They brought back Edge. They got the Edge and Christian thing going. That's like the best thing. But MJF, he's off the damn roster now. So don't be surprised if you see MJF at the Royal Rumble. I mean, anything's possible with the Royal Rumble. I wish MJF would go to SmackDown. I think that would be cool if MJF went to SmackDown. Another guy, I mean, him in an LA Knight promo, there's gold. we already saw what it's like with Punk and MJF. I think that would be cool. I am glad that they put the title on Smojo. Smojo has been needing that title for quite a long time, so I'm glad they did that. But AEW, I don't think they're going to last another 5 years. To be completely honest, I just don't see it. I mean, Dre went to Collision. He did a picture, and over where he was taking the picture, like the whole section was empty. There's like one dude sitting there in the rafters. That was it. And I'm like, oh, geez, man, they've just, it's kind of gone away a little bit. I was getting tired of seeing Ahsoka folding her arms every 5 minutes. That's true too. Honestly, the best part, and I think everybody else can. Balin was the best. Ray Stevenson, God rest his soul. Great job. But Hasbro couldn't even do him justice by making him a good figure either. So again, there's that. There's the rant. But yeah, I think Ray Stevenson freaking nailed that role. Balin's awesome. Wish we could see more of that, but obviously, unless you want to recast, which I think would be wrong, we're not going to see that. Back in 8 to 11 matches in a 2-hour show. See, I'm actually okay with a lot of promos. I think story building's good. I like to see, well, with like Raw, what do we usually get? We usually get 6 or 7 probably in a 3-hour show. There's a lot of talking, but as long as the storyline's good, I'm good with that. I think the storyline, we're in that in-between area right now where it's tough to get the storylines going because Rumble's going to dictate so much stuff. So you got to, obviously it's going to be Rollins and Punk. You've already got that going. And, we'll see. No commercials. That's always nice too. Oh, speaking of commercials, you guys probably already know this. Amazon, thank you, Jeff Bezos. Now going to charge an extra $2.99 for Prime with no ads. So there you go for that. Load of crap. Long comment. All right. AEW is a great idea, but Khan's dad going to get tired of blowing money and diminished returns and shut it down. Totally agree. Tony also works for the football business too. Yeah, I think he's owner of Jacksonville, I think. Oh, NFL. He's making a whole lot more money in NFL than he is in AEW. I think AEW's numbers came out, and I think they lost money, or they're right at in between losing money and breaking even. Again, I don't see it around in the next few years. Jericho's in trouble. Whether he did anything or not, Jericho's in trouble. You've had Punk jump back. You have Edge, but I think Edge made a mistake by going there. His father is. That's right. Thank you. Christian's there, but Christian's never been the best wrestler. He's good at being an asshole, but that's it. And yeah, I mean, look at that. Brett's even more negative than I am. He doesn't see AEW 2025. I mean, that's a year away. They keep up with the numbers they are and losing people. Tony Khan sitting there getting on Twitter or X or whatever the hell it's called and bitching about what's going on in the other company that Jinder Mahal's there. Dude, worry about your own shit, man. You got a lot more problems to worry about whether Jinder Mahal's on there. So, I mean, come on. Impact is going strong still. That amazes me. Impact's been around a long time. And yeah, it is still going strong, which surprises me actually. Yeah, those little independent ones, they always seem to kind of stick around and they're always there. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm not a huge fan of AEW. I think a lot of people went there just to give the whole, WWE, like we're going to try this. Once Cody left, I was like, well, the guy who kind of helped start it left. What does that tell you? I mean, so I don't see it lasting. I just don't. What do you want? What's up, JJ? Buddy, good to see you, man. What do you want to accomplish in 2024? Good question, man. Good question. God, honestly, man. So I think what am I? Hold on. I left work early. That wasn't good. Give me 1 second. I'm going to check where I'm at. I want to get to 2,000 subs. Okay. So that's the first thing. Which I think we're only a few away from. I think it's like 40, 45. I won't check. My computer's being stupid. I want to get to 2,000 subs first. Hoping to get that by like the beginning of February. So that's one goal. Next goal is I want the videos to, my hunts, the minimum for me for my hunts now, I want to see 1,000. I want to see 1,000 for the toy hunts. I want to get more traffic when it comes to the reviews, when it comes to toy talks, when it comes to that sort of thing. I don't expect the same numbers because you guys have made it perfectly clear that you love hunts and you don't love reviews and toy talks and that sort of thing the most. So uh, I'll get back to that in 1 second, but I gotta read this comment. He wants to become the first Star Wars wrestling YouTuber. Hey, I don't think there's another one. We might need to go about that. We'll see. But yeah, I want to get to 2,000 subs. Again, subs. So I'm still figuring out this whole being monetized thing, which is really tough because I'm not seeing the same revenue that a lot of my friends are. So I'm trying to figure it out, trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong, if I'm not getting enough likes, getting enough comments, getting enough subs. I don't know what it is. The sub thing, it's not nearly as big of a deal to me as it was when we were going for 1,000. 2,000 is cool, but it's not as big of a deal. It's become easier. I'll admit that. The 2,000, it's been a lot easier to get to 2,000 than it was to get to 1,000. So definitely 2,000 is the first one. The next one is there's a minimum threshold that I want to hold for the videos with hunts, reviews, so on. We get that. We get that. We don't. But I think consistency on my part and giving you guys semi-original content. Let's be honest here. I can't give you original content because everybody does kind of the same thing. We might talk about it, have our own little way of saying things, our own little way of having things come across the camera and that sort of thing. But we kind of all do the same damn thing, right? So it's really just kind of putting my spin on it, what I say, trying to be a lot more positive. That's another goal I have. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I don't want to be one of those guys who's known for being negative. I don't want to be one of those guys who's known for ranting and going on and on about stuff. Don't want to do that. I want to be much more positive with what I say and the way I perceive myself on camera, on lives, on that sort of thing too. So, I think I have a responsibility when it comes to this channel, not only to myself, but to you guys, where I want to act professional. I don't want to act like some jackass kid that's got a camera in front of his face and he thinks he's all big and bad. I want to have the respect for YouTube, the respect for the viewer, and the respect for my craft that I've taken it and put a lot of work into it, put a lot of hours into it, a lot of time into it, a lot of money into it. I would have put the money into it no matter what. So, it's just really a thing that I take as it's a responsibility. It's a responsibility on me to give you guys good content and for me to be happy with the content I'm putting on. Am I going to be some big budget, big production guy? No, that's not what I want to be. I purposely don't want to do that because I like the way that things are with it being a little more raw. You notice my videos aren't edited to the lengths that a lot of people's are, which is cool, which is fine. No offense to them. If you feel like you want to edit your videos down to that way, that's fine. I don't. I like the rawness of me coming across the camera. So, honestly, I want to try some different places. I want to show you guys different places in Texas. I've got some ideas for Texas, more toy shows. And it'd be nice to meet some of you damn people, to be honest with you. JJ, you're definitely one of the top ones on that list. Kenobi's on there. Ed's on there. Rex, Brett, all you guys. It would be nice to meet you guys. So I may, I've been talking about my wife. I might go to ICCC. Was that 3Cs? 3Cs. I might go to that in October because I want to meet some of you guys. And that's really a goal too, is the personal relationship. So that was a long answer, JJ. I'm sorry. Remember back in the day, Vince used ECW as sort of a feeder league. So CWW is doing that or saying we don't need any competitions. Now, yeah. I mean, it's got the whole WWE, WCW thing going. You can just kind of see it. And eventually, let's be honest, no one's going to beat Vince. No one. So there it goes. One more comment, then I got to go, guys. I hear my kids here. He wants to become, okay, yeah. No, I don't, but that is what it is. So, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you checking out this live stream. Don't miss Yakin with Yukon with Collecting Havoc this Sunday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Also, check out my collection room video, probably on Saturday, 6 p.m. Central Time. You guys have a good one. See you next time.